Welcome back to yet another Power Director Made Simple video. Today's video is going to take us right back to the previous video that showed you how to hide unwanted titles. Now, let me jump right into the important part of this video. Well, folks, in the last video about how to hide titles, I must now state that either I lied to you or Cyberlink has been lying to all of us. It doesn't matter, take your pick. But unbeknownst to me and every other Power Director user in the known universe and beyond, there was one other change included in the July update. Now here's Cyberlink's webpage showing what's new, but it's what's missing that is important. Yep, you guessed it. The hide function has been drastically changed, and there's no mention about that. Well, I've been having a not-so-friendly debate with Cyberlink support about this for the past 2 weeks. It wasn't mentioned in either my July update video or the one about how to hide videos because, well, I was led to believe that it might be just me. So now, let's see how the current product design works. I'm going to click on Titles at the top, and then YouTube. I'll scroll down on the right side until I get all the way down to the bottom. And there are our favorite Chinese titles. I'm going to hide all 15 of them. Starting with number 15, I'm going to right-click on the thumbnail and select Hide. I'll repeat that process all the way through to number 1. There, all of the titles with the name Chinese are gone. I can look at any other category, such as colorful, and then return back to YouTube, scroll down to the bottom, and the Chinese characters remain hidden. Now, that's the way it has worked ever since version 1 of Power Director, right up until June 30th, 2024. Thanks to some rocket scientist supervisor of the product design team in Taiwan, the hide function has been changed. Now let's see what has been changed. I'm going to exit Power Director. I'm going to restart Power Director. And I'm going to click on New Project so that we can jump right in. Now, the question is, are those Chinese characters still hidden, or have they automatically come back? Well, let's see. I'm going to click on Titles, and then YouTube. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and guess what we see here? All 15 Chinese titles are back. So as you can see, the hide function now only works for the current session. As soon as you restart the program, they all come back, no matter what. They're like a bent penny. You just cannot get rid of it. And it also applies to any other template that you can supposedly hide. I'll click on Overlays, Stickers, and then Handwritten. I'll scroll to the end where you can see numerous stickers in various Asian fonts and words that I just don't understand. None of those can be permanently hidden. So there you have it. The hide function really has no purpose if everything just comes back. Now, in my last correspondence with Cyberlink support, they tried to claim that it's not an error, but rather the way they now expect it to work. Well, that's similar to you working for hours on a project, then you save it, but then you try to reopen it the next morning, and all that work is gone, and you have to start over from scratch. That's because the way the design team now expects the save function to work. It's never a mistake. And now finally, I'm going to end this video by showing the exact support ticket that I opened with them. You will not believe the mistakes and erroneous information that I was given. It's a long document, so I won't take up much time trying to slowly show all of it to you. Now, if you want, you can pause the video and read along. Otherwise, the important part comes at the end. Now, to keep things in order, I have to start at the bottom and scroll up. My original complaint to them about the hide function was dated July 8th. On July 9th, Cyberlink suggested that I uninstall the program and delete a few other folders along the way. On that same day, you can see that I told them that the paths for the deleted folders was wrong. I gave them the correct paths. Apparently, support has no idea where PowerDirector installs its files. On July 11th, I told support that none of those suggested steps solved the problem. So let me pause on their response of July 12th. I'll highlight the statement. We are unable to reproduce the same concern. Now, they always call everything a concern. It's never a mistake, never an error, never a problem, but always just a concern. And note that they emphatically state that they cannot reproduce the error. You'd assume that this means that they actually tried the hide function. I'll scroll up and I'm going to pause on their response of July 15th, in which they say, we reconfirmed with the product team, per the current program design, the hide function only hides templates for this session. Wow, I could have sworn that they just said they could not reproduce the error. Oh, but wait, we have new language that says per the current program design. Aha, which means after the July update. Well, that was nice of them to check on a program that was using the current updates and telling me to delete some Cyberlink folders, uninstall the PowerDirector program, and reinstall it. Sure, I've got plenty of time to create all those data reports that they requested and create videos showing them just what is happening in the program. This is the same program that apparently support doesn't bother to update on their own systems. I'll scroll further up to my latest response with the paragraph that reads, that last response is an unbelievable turn of events. What it means is that your response of July 12th was based on a lie. Either you did not really try the hide function at all, but rather found it easier to tell the user, me, that all of the problems must be on my end. Or worse, you did try the hide function, but on a system that was not using the current product design, i.e., you had failed to apply the latest update and were therefore giving out erroneous information. Now, I stopped just short of saying, please do not bother trying to renew my subscription in September. I'm still thinking about that one. At this point, I don't think you can trust Cyberlink support for a clear and truthful answer. And for that reason, this may be my last video that I'll create for PowerDirector Made Simple for a while. I just don't know what is going on in the program anymore. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I'll wait to see if I get any kind of a response from a management representative who won't just try to placate me. The program is morphing into an overpriced shareware program without any help files or directions, so I'll just take a break for now and eventually decide if I'll completely step aside. Right now, there's just too much bullshit coming out of Taiwan.